11 Alive News at 6 begins with breaking news.
Good evening, I'm Natisha Lance. We start tonight with breaking news, a fatal shooting at a Cobb County golf course, popular among PGA pros. The shooter is still on the run tonight as we work to learn more about the victim from police. Joe Ripley is in Kennesaw with what we know at this hour. Joe.
Hey, good evening to you, Natisha. We're standing outside the Pinetree Country Club here in Kennesaw. Here's a look at what the scene looks like now. Beyond the caution tape, you can see the Cobb County Police Department still here in force here on the golf course where police responded to this deadly shooting around 2:30 this afternoon. The gunman, at last check, was still on the run. Witnesses visiting the country club told us a white pickup truck drove onto the golf course near hole number 10. There they heard a handful of gunshots, and soon police and EMS arrived on the scene. We're about a mile away from the campus of Kennesaw State University. An alert there went out to students and staff warning of an armed and dangerous suspect last seen here at the country club headed toward Fray Lake Road. John Lavender grew up near the golf course. He was telling us he never expected such a deadly start to this 4th of July weekend.
It was like boom, 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 boom. And then nothing went on, and immediately it was, members reacting like, I think there might be gunshots. Apparently somebody's down on the ground. And then it was just kind of a frenzy, and everybody was just trying to figure out like what's going on.
Well, we've seen employees here at the golf course visibly shaken. The president of the course had no comment. Of course, we are still working to learn the name of the victim, get an update for you on that suspect, where they might be, as well as a motive, why this deadly shooting happened in the first place. We will keep you updated here on air on 11alive.com.